Chupacabra. Exterior, woods, evening. As night falls, members of a fraternity and sorority from a local college gather around a campfire near the river banks of the Guadalupe River, roasting marshmallows and hot dogs, drinking beer and smoking pot. They are seen laughing and conversing with one another, slowly succumbing to the effects of the alcohol and marijuana. Couples begin to make out, kissing and hugging one another, swaying back and forth to the drum of music from one's radio. One fraternity member begins playing his guitar, singing a soliloquy to his girlfriend. The group is feeling relaxed and joyful, enjoying the full moon and the celestial evening sky. Then, one of the fraternity members calls out to the group to gather around the campfire. The group begins to gather around, sitting on large stones, tree stumps, and logs. The fraternity guy is about to tell his story to the group about these woods.
Everybody please, gather around the campfire. I want you to listen to what I am about to say about these woods.
The group gathers around the campfire.
Good. The story I am about to share with you is true. The story is based upon true events and urban legend. They say these woods are haunted. They say these woods are cursed.
The group sighs with bewilderment and disbelief.
About 2 years ago, a hiker went missing in these woods. Nobody knows what ever happened to him. He was a local hiker from this area who hiked and camped out here a lot. On one particular day, the hiker went out into these woods, same as he did before. He usually would spend these weekends hiking and camping in these woods alone. But on this one day, the hiker was never seen or heard from again. Legend has it that the hiker came face to face with a creature that is supposed to be half mammal and half reptile. A creature that is so vicious that it literally sucks the blood from its prey. Its primary habit is attacking and drinking the blood of livestock, especially goats. The creature that got and drank the blood from the poor hiker that day is known to be the Chupacabra.
Oh, that's bullshit. The Chupacabra's not real. It is make-believe like the werewolf. It's just a tale. I think you've been smoking a little bit too much of that pot, dude.
Am I lying? Did that hiker just disappear into thin air? Is the Chupacabra a myth? No. The Chupacabra is not a myth. The Chupacabra is absolutely real, living in these woods.
What is a Chupacabra?
Chupacabra literally means goat sucker in Spanish. There have been reported sightings and eyewitnesses spotting the legendary creature around these woods. The body of the poor hiker was never found. They say the Chupacabra extracted his blood from his body to drink his soul. Nobody has ever heard or seen from the hiker ever since.
The group begins to listen intently. Some are enjoying the story, others are spooked by it.
About a year since the missing hiker incident, a DeWitt County officer filmed an unidentifiable animal along the back roads near these woods on his dashboard camera. The officer said the animal was about the size of a wolf, but hairless. The report stated that the animal had a long nose, 2 short front legs, and 2 long back legs. The video footage was shown to detectives. Nobody could make out what the creature was. To this day, it's still a mystery.
The group listens intently, looking at the fraternity guy telling the story.
Nobody knows what created it or how it got here. Some say it is the devil himself. Others say it is a curse of Montezuma's revenge. But one thing is for sure. It is lurking in these woods, hunting and waiting, looking for its next prey to pounce upon and begin its midnight feeding. Sleep tight, kids, and don't let the bedbugs bite.
Members of the fraternity and sorority give their round of applause after the end of the Chupacabra story. Some members are yelling, "Bullshit," while others clap their hands, cheering for the telling of a good story. Some are spooked by the story, while others just shrug it off, thinking nothing of it. As the flames of the campfire begin to flicker lower and lower, several of the group members begin to retire to their tents for the night. Some still carry on conversation. The fraternity guy with the guitar starts to play a slow melody. One couple off to the side of the camp begin making out. They kiss and feel each other up, feeling rapture of the alcohol and marijuana seeping through their bloodstream. Then the girl, Ashley, pushes her boyfriend, Mark, away and suggests an idea.
I know what we can do. Let's go down to the river and skinny dip. It'll be fun.
Well, I only bought one pair of clothes. I have nothing else to wear if they get wet.
Come on, silly. We're going to be naked in the water. Your clothes won't get wet. They'll be fine. Just leave them on the rocks before going into the river.
Okay, if you say so.
Come on. It'll be fun. Follow me.
Ashley races down to the riverbank while Mark is trailing right behind her, trying to keep up. He is second-guessing himself, thinking if this is a good idea. The effects of the alcohol and drugs start to take a toll on him as he labors behind. Ashley and Mark round a bend of rocks and some trees before reaching the bank of the river. The river is about a quarter mile from the campsite. The current to the river flows gently. Exterior, river, evening. As Ashley approaches the river, she begins to undress, stripping off her shirt. She then comes to the bank of the river and starts to remove her socks and shoes. She then begins to slip her pants away. She turns to see if Mark is following right behind her. He is nowhere to be seen. She thinks maybe he just stopped for a minute beyond the trees and rocks to catch his breath. Ashley then decides to remove her bra and her panties and jump into the water. Ashley pulls with her arms, swimming along the gentle stream of the river. Mark is still trying to catch up to Ashley as he stumbles over a rock in his pathway and falls face first into the rubble and dirt. Laughing at himself, too drunk to realize the pain he may be in, he turns over onto his back and stares up at the stars, which stare back at him in the night sky. Mark's eyes begin to slowly shut as he now begins to snore, his mind swirling in a hallucinating effect of drugs and alcohol, before passing out. Ashley is enjoying the nice chill of the river's water on this hot and humid night. She ducks down and then resurfaces again. She is enjoying the tranquility of the night as the moonlight shines down, illuminating the water of the river. Exterior, riverbank, evening. The creature stirs beneath the bushes along the banks of the river. Awakened by the splashing sounds and noises from Ashley swimming in the river, the creature begins to stir and move, beginning its primeval mood of nightly hunting. After a few more minutes of swimming, she realizes that Mark is nowhere to be seen. Ashley slowly swims to the shoreline, submerging from the river. Water is dripping from her naked body, glistening in the moonlight. She finds her shirt and begins to towel herself off. As she starts to towel one end of her shirt on her upper body, she pauses as she thinks she hears a rustling sound in the bushes along the river. Ashley looks behind her. She thinks she hears something moving from behind her, behind the rocks and trees that lay along the riverbank. All of a sudden, Ashley is stricken with fear. The creature flies out from behind the rocks and trees up with a flurry. The creature races for Ashley. Before Ashley can yell out a cry for help, the creature slams into Ashley with great force, slamming her into the air, realizing that she is in the grasp of the beast. The creature grabs hold of Ashley by its powerful jaws and begins to claw at her back. The monster begins to ferociously jerk her back and forth, growling, mauling her to death. The jaws wrap around Ashley's neck, biting into her hard and deep. Another jolt to her flailing body as claws rip into her skin and flesh. Ashley begins to be dragged and jerked back and forth. She's about to yell out one final scream for help before a horrific crack pierces through the air. The creature just broke the neck of Ashley with its jaws, leaving her paralyzed and dead. The creature then begins dragging the lifeless body back behind the rocks and trees and into the woods. Just beyond the rocks and trees of the riverbank, Mark is seen snoring on his back, lying on the ground, totally oblivious of what just occurred to his girlfriend.